Hey everyone, today we're going to do this look, which is kind of like a smudgy eyeliner, Kate Moss, Bridget Bardot type eye. It's real easy. That was the Estee Lauder lip conditioner, and now I'm using the By Terry. This is that product I showed you the other day in my haul. It's the By Terry, it's the blurring foundation brush, I think is what it's called. I'll put everything down below, of course. And this works really well at just like canceling out some redness, and it's a good primer. It's been working really well for me. And if you just see, I really could just go like that if I didn't want a makeup look. Okay, here I'm using the Marc Jacobs Remarkable, and I'm using a tip that one of my subscribers, Jen Farley, gave me about warming it up on your hand first before you apply it to your face, and that helps so much. I think because it's kind of like a serum foundation, it separates a little bit, and of course I shake it, but I just still think it really does do it a lot of good. You know, it just makes it blend better and adhere to your skin a lot prettier if you warm it up on your hand first. And here I'm using a beauty blender. It applies well also with the Oval 8 brush. I think at this point I had planned on using the beauty blender for my concealer, and then I ended up going a different way. So you can do it either way. I think you might get a little better coverage with the beauty blender. I guess just depending on how you apply it. I really try to shear it out with the beauty blender as much as I can. So here I am just trying to get it even all over. And this is a full coverage foundation, but you have to just work it in. And I'm using the, the fat end of the beauty blender here to kind of work it in. And then I use my hands to kind of just make sure it's not sitting right on top of my skin. Okay, this is the Smashbox Studio Skin Concealer. And I thought I was going to use the beauty blender, but then I thought, well, maybe I'll use that new Sigma brush. And so I went and got that and came back and used it. It's a really nice brush. I think it really blends well. So that Studio Skin had kind of been sitting on my skin longer than usual. I think it would have blended a little further. It still blended really well, but I could tell when I was blending it out that it had kind of set a little bit. And it's not really tacky like the Tarte or anything, but I do think it needs to be set. Now right here I didn't really bake it. All I did was use my new La Mer with my new La Mer brush, and you'll see I kind of just pat in the powder all over. I love this brush so much. It's so soft and nice, and I love the powder. And I'm just basically setting the makeup all over, just making a good surface so that when I go to put on the contour and the blush, that I'll have a smooth surface. Okay, this is the Angled Chanel brush, and that is the Kat Von D Sculpt Contour Palette. And that's what I'm kind of going for here, is just more of a sculpted look and not really a blush look. Kind of like Kate Moss. Or like Angelina Jolie. You know how you can tell, it's hard to tell sometimes if she's even wearing any blush. That's kind of what this is. And now I'm going into the highlighting section, which is matte, and that's what I really love about this palette. So highlighting underneath the contour and underneath my eyes, and it doesn't get cakey at all. It's really nice. Okay, now I'm using the Wayne Goss Airbrush with Burberry Earthy blush, which is a very just gorgeous blush. It's very neutral, but it still gives you just some life to your cheeks. And so I just kind of blended it right into the top of that. Now I'm removing the lip conditioner and making sure I get all the foundation off my lips. And this is the It Cosmetics Buff Nude. It's a really pretty, really, you know, neutral but good everyday lip liner. And now I'm using the Chanel, I believe it's called Rouge Ingenue. It's one of the limited edition colors that came out with the fall collection. And it's just a good neutral lip, but still with a little bit of color. Okay, this is the, I thought I had grabbed my Wayne Goss brush, but it ended up being the Hakuhodo. I think I like the Wayne Goss a little bit better than this one. And the spoolie that I'm about to use is the Wayne Goss. And you can see I haven't done this in a long time, but I ended up trimming off the end of my eyebrows that kind of go down so that I can bring my eyebrows a little bit further out, straight out, instead of curving down like they do. I feel like it just opens up my eye a little bit more. So that's what I'm doing, is just continuing that line down a little bit. And I think I did say this is the Anastasia powder in, I think it's just medium brown. And this is the Wayne Goss spoolie, just brushing them out. I haven't had my brows done in a while. I've been trying to do them myself. And this is the Benefit Clear Brow Mousse, I think it's what it's called. It's just clear brow gel. I like it, but I don't like the brush as much as I do just the Anastasia. But I'm just going to use it until I run out, and then I'll probably get the Anastasia next time. Okay, this is the Urban Decay Minor Sin. And really, you'll see after I put this on, I could just leave the house with, you know, no more eye makeup on or anything, and I think it would be a decent look. This eye primer is just so pretty. It opens up your eyes, and if you were going for a really simple look, you could just go or put some mascara on. Okay, this is the Wayne Goss, I think it was the number 4 brush, I'm not sure, one of the eye brushes, and I'm using that color right there from the Kat Von D Sculpt and Shade Eye Palette, which is another phenomenal palette. I mean, it's awesome. And I'm carrying this, you know, color all the way through my crease and out. And it's, you know, like a warm tone. Okay, this is the Marc Jacobs pencil in Blacker, I think. And what I love about this pencil, I've tried so many, all the MAC ones, the Urban Decay, the NYX Jumbo Black Bean, I mean, Bobbi Brown, just gel liners, everything. What I love about this is look at how I can smudge it, but yet it still stays dark. A lot of times if I were to do that with another liner, I would still have to go back over it. But I love how it smudges out, but keeps its intensity. And it just stays all day and doesn't move. It just stays just like that. So what I do is I'm not really doing anything, you know, I'm just putting a thick line. And then what I try to do is make it thicker on the edge and slightly wing it out. But I'm not really concentrating on that wing, because what I do is I take that Q-tip or cotton bud, and really the pointed ones do better. I think I had just grabbed this one, or maybe that one is pointed. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Maybe it is. But so I just kind of drag it back and forth. No, it didn't. I drag it back and forth and kind of smudge out that line, and you'll see I'll add a little bit more where I need it to kind of get them even. But this look is not supposed to be perfect. I think, you know, I don't think it would be right if it was too perfect. It has to be smudgy and kind of messy looking. Brooke calls it my grunge look, but I really think it's more of like Kate Moss is what I would say, or Bridget, the grungier part. And so right here, you could leave it there, but I think I decided I wanted to, oh, okay, now I'm going to do the bottom, and this is the key for me. I like to put a little bit right in my lash line. It's kind of like not in my waterline, not underneath. It's literally in my lashes, and then I smudge it out, and I don't do anything else. No shadow, no mascara, nothing. Because if I put anything else down there, that's when it really starts to drag down. Oh, that's just such a good look at there, isn't it? That's unflattering lighting. So I'm just smudging it out, and that liner, I'm looking in the mirror now, it's exactly where I put it. And now I'm kind of blending it together on the sides, and then I decided that I wanted a little bit more of a wing to come out, so I'm just adding a little bit more and then taking that Q-tip and pulling it out. And see how it just comes out, but then it still stays smudgy. And what I also like about this pencil is that it's the roll up. You don't have to sharpen it. But yet it keeps a good point. It's just a good pencil. Okay, I'm going in that darkest color right there on that last trio. And this is the Charlotte Tilbury Smudge Brush. And I love this brush. It's a good little brush. And I'm kind of just messily adding some of that darker shadow just on my lid. I'm not really trying to work it in the crease or anything, just enough to give it that darkness on the lid and that messiness. And now I took that the darkest from that middle quad, which is a cooler brown, and kind of just accenting the edge or the outer corner. But again, I'm not going to try to blend it too much. I'm just taking that first brush that I did the warm crease color and just blending it out just a little bit, just pulling it up just enough that it shows on my brow bone. And then I'm using the highlight, I think that one that was right above that middle quad. And that's it. Now I'm using the Chanel Volume de Chanel mascara. I love this mascara. And my lashes have gotten long again. They went through a phase where I stopped using the new lash as much, and so then I had gotten another bottle and started using it real regularly again, and now they're real long again and easy. And like I said, no mascara on the bottom, and that's what, to me, that's what keeps it I don't know, I guess grungier looking, and it keeps my eyes from looking too dark if I don't put the mascara or any shadow on the bottom, just a liner. So now I'm getting the mascara everywhere. And that's just a sample. Anytime you buy something from Chanel, ask them if they have a sample of the mascara, because it's a good sample and it lasts a long time. So that's what I do. Or when I order something, if they offer that as a free sample, I always get it. Okay, here's the finished look. Looks much better with my bangs and my hair down. And I was trying to show you my outfit. Those shoes from All Saints are so comfy. And there's Bridgie. Bye-bye. Thank you.